getting this set up. Bear with me for 1 second. Whew, this wind is cold. It's actually not, it's much warmer out here today, but it's still overall very cold. Okay, let me grab my seats. I might have put that up a little bit too far, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, I definitely did. There we go. Much better. Trying to get, of course, where I'm in the sun, per usual. Especially because of the cold. Okay. Get everything. How are you doing, Miss Candace? It's great to see you. Whew. And I asked for Helios to stay with us a bit today, so I do hope that happens. So, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My screen looks a little different today. Things are in a slightly different position. Oh wow, that's interesting, Candace. Especially on the heels of the snow and stuff, right? That's because you guys got snow too, didn't? Yeah, you guys got some snow too. So we're supposed to have, actually what you guys have got right now is on its way to us. We've got, it's supposed to start tonight into tomorrow. Yeah, I do feel like that's definitely, I've definitely felt that like that's a part of it. Because it's very interesting that this came in right as we were receiving all of the snow. Good morning, Miss Becca. So that actually started coming in, and we were guided to connect to the snow and the water, all aspects, all bodies of water, even within ourselves. And so it seems very much aligned that would be a part of what's in motion right now. So that's a beautiful awareness, Candace. Thank you for sharing that. That was not actually something, my awareness had not gone there yet. It had been there in regards to the snow, but not in regards to the rain that was moving in. So very cool. I've got some of Bruiser's hairs that are poking me on my sweater. So it's been a beautiful, beautiful day. Been out running and playing with Bruiser. Quite honestly, every time I kept walking outside, he kept coming with me, and then he'd come outside with me just to turn around and be like, okay, let's go back in. Like, you're not going to go do your life. You're going to come in here and you're going to hang out with me. Because we've been out playing all morning in the snow, and every time he knew I was coming out here to do my live. That's the video I sent him WhatsApp, and he was like, no, he said, I'll walk out there with you and we'll pretend like we're gonna do it. But you're gonna come here and you're gonna sit with me. I kept going in there and just spending a little bit more time, and then I snuck out the door and I could hear him barking. The beautiful part about this is it's in alignment with what I shared, and this is one of the few things I'm allowing them to be more accessible by each of you, so that they're not like 2 or 3 hours long. I do feel like honoring the time a little bit better in that way. Of course, now if there's anything that you guys want me to speak into, if you need some assistance with anything, that's always open. So don't feel like that's not available. But he had a really big fall yesterday, and I'm talking about like all of his limbs went out from under him. And because I used to live in a state of such fear in regards to him getting injured, it was terrifying to see him fall like that, especially because we just had a gentleman come out here to borrow a dog pen from us, and he had just put his dog down because the dog, it was a I think like 15 years old, had fallen off of the deck and broken his hip. And Bruiser has he's had hip issues. So that was like, and I recognize that as a test of, are you going to allow this to control you in this concern for his welfare? So after having these two major falls, do you know that is because I allowed it to be not only a lesson in learning that due to a choice that where my energy was some sort of, like, we were out running through the woods, we were on a walk, and our walks consist of going through the woods, like, and it's rough terrain. And so he gets so excited that his inner child does not care what his body can or can't do. And that's a beautiful lesson right there in and of itself, is that he's like, let me do what I want to do, Mom. Let me do what I want to do, because I know that no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And even though he did get injured, we were fine. Like I said, by the next day, right? I called in all of that healing. But the lesson was that I had been so set in this, don't do this, you're going to get hurt, don't do this, that what happened is by the time we got back home, I had manifested that situation. And so it came to pass. Even though we were playing and having fun and I was laughing so hard I was crying because of him. He was playing. It was so funny. And yet the energy of joy is a powerful manifester. So is the energy of gratitude. So the energy of joy manifested the joy, but it also manifested the fear. So that's why we have to be really careful. And yesterday, that was another, like, I wasn't really in that state, but when I let him out, it was still there because I knew our driveway is a sheet of ice. My dad, trying to get out yesterday, got stuck going down the driveway. He started sliding, and our driveway is a hill straight down. He started sliding, so he went over in the ditch on the left-hand side, because if you go to the right-hand side, you go off the side. And so he hung the side of the hill, but he got stuck. So as he was trying to get out, he broke the truck almost pretty well. And it's the only vehicle we have that can get up and down our driveway in this weather. So I knew that it was a sheet of ice, and I knew I should have kept Bruiser inside until my dad got home. But he was excited, right? And so I let him out. And in the midst of the excitement, there was still that present fear of, don't go this way, don't go this way, don't go this way. Instead of just honoring the time and being patient and letting him out when it was the appropriate time, which that was very much present. So I share all of this with you because this is an opportunity to learn and understand that even in the midst of joy, we can still manifest any unconscious fears. And that was exactly what came to pass. But it was also, I recognized it immediately as soon as it happened. I was so scared yesterday when it happened because at first he was not getting back up. And I knew that if he could not get up and walk, that was not good. But I did not allow that. That was coming in. I immediately just grabbed a hold of him and I was like, that's not the timeline. That's not the timeline. The timeline that I choose is different. And in the midst of that, I just held him and I spoke the truth, and I called in every ounce of healing that I could. And he got up, he made it up the driveway. He had to have a little bit of help. And now if you guys see the video that I posted today, he's running, he's playing, he's just fine. So and this is on the heels of, being told a few years ago that he would need to have surgery and all of this other stuff, and he doesn't. So our, not just our bodies, but any body, any physical vessel is capable of instantaneous healing. The only thing that stops it is up here. He doesn't have that up here. He doesn't have that disbelief. He doesn't have anything that's preventing his body from healing instantly. Only I do. So if you're ever in a situation, if you guys are in the situation where you're feeling this disability, the only thing that's going to stop you from shifting into a vessel that is healed is you. He's going to do it, naturally, because he doesn't have anything to tell him that he can't. As a matter of fact, even when his body is really not at 100%, he still thinks he is, which allows his body to meet him there. It's a beautiful lesson, and it's a beautiful opportunity to learn from that, because this was something, the last thing I'm going to drop in here is because I know each of you have been moving through these ascension symptoms and sensations. There are certain, and I know I've touched on this, but I'm going to touch on this again. Be very, very careful when you're using words such as sickness, disease, flu-like symptoms, cold-like symptoms, COVID-like symptoms, because you're still identifying what is happening through that experience, which means even though you might know that it's ascension symptoms, if you don't say I'm experiencing ascension symptoms or sensations, if you say I'm experiencing flu-like symptoms, I'm experiencing what feels like COVID, or those are just some of the most normal ones that we use, I feel. If you say something like that, you're choosing to access the experience from that place of sickness instead of from the place of ascension. And there's a difference in vibration in that access point. This was something that was actually brought up by one of the grid workers in the other community. He was like, let's talk about ascension symptoms. There was the presence and the awareness of the pain and the joint pain, the discomfort, the inflammation, the jaw pain, the ringing in the ears, the headaches. And I dropped in that comment section of course it was very condensed, the things that I've already told you guys. And it was beautiful to see the recognition and how that provided a further activation for this dear brother, and how there was an awareness of, oh yeah, maybe I need to approach it in a different way, because I could see myself in the words, like I could see how I had experienced from that place. And when we don't take the opportunity, if we choose, like we know it's ascension symptoms, we know that these things are happening within our body, but if we don't choose to drop into that in a way that is going to allow us to transcend it with more ease, then we're just allowing it to happen from a place of unnecessary suffering, because we're so used to needless suffering. We're so used to it. It's the path of least resistance. We feel like kind of crappy, and so we don't really, we know what's happening to our vessel, but we also don't really choose to take the time or the energy to invest in our approach to what's happening differently. We're just like, I don't feel good, I feel like crap, so I'm just gonna do this, or I'm just gonna do this. But the entire time, we're just still allowing it to unfold in a way that's going to keep us in that unnecessary suffering. Like, maybe we do allow ourselves some rest. Maybe, we allow ourselves an opportunity to integrate, and we wouldn't have normally done that. So, of course, celebrate that, honor that. But sometimes what's necessary and needed is a bit more action along with the inaction. which means what I just told you guys the other day, the tuning into the video and the actually doing work within that. Because if your vessel is in need of those codes that are sitting in your field, then you're going to feel that dissonance. You're going to feel a discomfort, because what's needed is you to actually do what is necessary for your body to be in alignment with the energy that is right there in your field. And that energy is getting your attention, so you feel uncomfortable. But if you don't allow yourself to go deeper into that discomfort, then you're just allowing the suffering to happen to you, and you don't really go into it further. And that's actually what's necessary. So just leaving that with you. And you guys know I dropped that in the WhatsApp group, and I provided more depth insight into that. So one of the biggest things that's been coming through, not just in the last few days, but in the last week, are these 7 key codes, master key codes of wisdom and valor. These are in conjunction, I know, with the 7 base rays of the light body. I am not really quite sure what all is going to come through today, but I do know that it is going to be in conjunction with this. You're very welcome, Miss Becca. I do know that there is going to be the 7 Hathors present, Seraphim, the Magdalene lineage, the Dragon Mothers, and Isis, as well as two cosmic sets of guides. And we are not going to be going through 0 point as we have been. So today is going to be a little bit different, because today is actually what I'm feeling and sensing is we're beginning to bring it in. So it's layering. So we're beginning the foundation of this. I don't have all of the wisdom is not yet solidified, so this will happen in layers. So what I would like for you to do is, if you do not already have a journal or a pen and pencil, please go ahead and have that ready and get that so that you can have it handy. Today's going to be one of those where you're going to be scribing and you're going to be integrating simultaneously. Your awareness is going to allow you to do that. And it's interesting because I can tell there's definitely a shift, an upgrade happening, because there's this sense of being in the unknown right now. That's the best way I can describe it. I feel very, I recognize everything that is present energetically, but the process is unknown to me as to what's going to come through. So just bear with me, hang in there. All of this that's coming through is activating my own remembrance. It's allowing me to step into that next highest version of myself and my higher self. So one thing we are going to do, because I had a sister in the other community ask how we merge with our higher self. Now you guys know that we do this quite often with the light body. So we're gonna that actually is going to be a part of this today. It was already meant to be a part of it. I had begun recording this yesterday when I was prompted to bring it forth in a live. So I just discarded all of that, and that was a part of it. So I want to leave it open to each person, each soul, to recognize that the process of this. Please allow yourself to move and access this merge point from a place of your intuition as well. So if at the beginning, if this is new for you, if you want to do it verbatim or exactly as is provided here, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. Please do that. But I would say that over the course of you becoming more comfortable, I would invite you to trust your own intuitive guidance in regards to that process. That's something I'm being asked to pass along. Um, so what else is here? Anything? I heard an integration of the higher order, which in terms of cosmic star mother lineage, in terms of the voice, the one voice of Hathor, which is 7, that makes sense. One thing that was brought forth in the conversation with a beautiful sister in this grid worker community, that was a beautiful reflection, was something it kind of broadened my own awareness. Was she was like, you channel collective energies like dragon mothers, star mothers, councils. And I saw where it was like I had that recognition, but at the same time, there was something in her presentation of it that really activated me. That was like, I feel like I had not fully accepted that or solidified within that, even though I know it. And so I feel like this is an opportunity for me to really step into that even further. And I would not be surprised if each of you began to gain a higher access of your own, well, your higher order of channeling. So in regards to your connection to each of these energies, specifically to Hathor, because that's where the keys are coming from. That's beautiful, Becca. And that's something, I'm going to throw this out here. Just, that's something to start getting used to. And it was just 2. We're all connected through the heart. We're all connected through this choice to be present in a unity consciousness. So we're all going to be picking up on these same energies. What you're guided to connect to now is going to be the same. Like we're all reflecting back to each other the same energy that we're all picking up on. It's just that, how we choose to, or how we understand it is going to be unique to us, right? Which is the beautiful part about it. That's what makes all of this the most valuable exchange of energy, is because, again, this was reflected back to me from this beautiful sister in a conversation yesterday, was this is the true abundance. And what you guys have heard me say that all the time, right? This is the prosperity of the new earth. This energy right here is the abundance. That's why I have been really pulling away from, not that monetary abundance isn't beautiful, but it's not the true frequency of abundance. Of course, and this is the thing, in 5D, because we inherit the abundance of our sovereignty, we have access to anything we need, which means money. That's why the monetary system is collapsing. It will not be necessary in order for us to experience a life of abundance, because the abundance begins with these forms of energy exchange. The money that is invested through those is the money that is beginning to allow that to blossom into the freedom from it. So I just want to say that as we head into this. Welcome. Beautiful to have you. Thank you, Christy. No worries. We're jumping in now. So as we step into this, like I said, for you guys that are just joining, if you do not have a pen and piece of paper ready, I would recommend going ahead and getting that, because you're going to be asked to scribe. Again, remember, it's meant to be, as soon as you put pen to paper, just allow it to flow. It does not have to, you don't interpret it from the mind, right? You just allow your own, that energy flowing through to reflect back to you through whatever comes from pen to paper. The pen is being guided by the light. So I'm going to begin connecting into the energies. Like I stated, not really for sure how this is going to go today. I do know that this is going to be different. I'm allowing the Hathors to really lead, because this is coming from their key code system. So I'm going to ask each of you to begin taking some deep, long breaths. And I really want you to begin sinking into your body. Imagine if you were walking up to a chair to sit down, just sink in. Allow yourself to rest all the way in. And if you need a bit of a deeper, more intimate connection, you can always place your hand on your heart just to remind you of that physical connection to the vessel. Now, I'm being guided to set up the infrastructure of the exchange, which is going to be, of course, spoken light. And I see these 7 Hathors, although they will be speaking through me as one voice, they are going to be creating a design, a web of light, but it's a web, but it's more than that. It's a geometric shape. A cocoon is what I heard. It's like they're building a cocoon around us, because what is going to be accessible in this cocoon is the wisdom. I just heard it's going to be leaking. It's going to be dripping into the field. So you can imagine it like a honeycomb, and honey just slowly trickling in. That's what's going to be happening simultaneously while these integrations of the beginning stages of these 7 codes of valor and wisdom. Now, keep in heart that these are master key codes. What is taking place today is we're laying the energetic foundation. Because these are 7 codes coming in simultaneously, and I see 7 people were just tuned in. In order to bring these in, you have to be at a certain vibrational frequency so that it does not overload your system. And of course, I don't feel that they will all come in simultaneously, but I do feel that there will be probably 3 and 3, because the heart, the center one, is the coherence point, which is actually already there in terms of the heart infrastructure, the grids, the chambers. But there is a code there that is activated through all chambers simultaneously. So all of this is coming through. It's brand new for me, so you're getting it as soon as I receive it. This is new. I've received a little bit of this from Sanat Kumara, but yeah, the majority of this is coming in right now. Okay, so as you begin taking a few deep breaths and settling into the body, I'm going to call in the 7 Hathors, the one voice of Hathor, because Hathor has ascended into the Syrian Stargate. So the 7 Hathors are a representation. Anytime we are moving through the higher points of our higher self ascension back into the monad, this is what will take place. So depending on where the energy is present, there are those aspects, our higher self grouping, that will come through and are accessing that a specific channel of that specific ascended master. So they speak as one, they speak as her voice because they are her. So as we merge with our higher selves, I would like for you to go ahead and call in your higher self. And we're just going to sink a little bit deeper into the heart. Shotoshono, inashono, karoshonom, tarashonom, anashonom, tarashonom, anashonom. And I'm going to ask the 3 so below Hathors to oversee the so below infrastructure of the light rays. This will be the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And you might begin to feel some pulling down. I do, on the lower half. If you do not, just take a deep breath. And on the exhale, make it audible. And just feel yourself grounding down into and through the Earth Star chakra. So they're beginning to set up the grid space for the so below. I am going to go ahead and ask each of you to repeat after me, and we're going to seal your connection into the grid. This is going to really solidify your connection into your own inner channel of light. And as we merge now into the higher self, we're going to really solidify and seal that. Okay, you guys know this one. I am the higher self. I am the light divine. I am love. I am sovereign free will. I am fixed design. 3 times. I am the higher self. I am the light divine. I am love. I am sovereign free will. I am fixed design. I am the higher self. I am the light divine. I am love. I am sovereign free will. I am fixed design. And we are going to finalize this with sealing the grids so below, and then we'll follow that with as above in a moment. So I want you to repeat after me. I am complete, and so it is. And I would like for you to do this for me. Make the sound like sealing something. And I would like for you to feel that sealing the so below grid. And I'm going to call in now and ask the 3 as above Hathors. The 7th is overseeing the infrastructure, the spherical space. So the 3 as above, the heart. No, actually, I'm sorry. There's one in the heart, and then we have the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Apologies. I do feel that's one singular energy overseeing the cocoon, because they work as one. So we have the heart coherence. So we've got one there. and then the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And I'm going to ask those that are working in the so above to go ahead and integrate, incorporate that infrastructure. And we are going to go ahead and close that. So, I am complete, and so it is. Oh, that means there's a lot that's moving through, Candace. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. If anyone else is experiencing anything else, please let me know if you'd like to. The emotions is a recognition of your connection to the Hathor energy. And anytime we have a response or a reaction in the emotional body, whether it be resistance or aggression, that means we have closed ourselves off and we have shielded ourselves from remembering that connection. Or maybe we feel overwhelmed with joy, overwhelmed by this feeling, the sensation of that reconnection. Either way it goes, it's a recognition. So I'm going to ask, and I feel that they're already speaking through me in this request, is they are going to be wrapping each of you and wrapping this space in a cocoon of golden turquoise, white diamond light. And this begins in the heart and it comes outwards. And they are just working and solidifying that. So give yourself a moment to just feel that. I automatically feel this lightness. I feel as if I was lifted and just energetically placed within it. So allow yourself to connect into that shield, because that's what it is. And within this shield, there is the infrastructure. It is the wisdom of these codes. So as stated, there is going to be energy that is trickling in from this shield, connecting with every single one of your rays, which is your chakras. But in this time, we're talking about 5D etheric, which is rays. So they're trickling into the rays and integrating. So you are receiving the wisdom of eternal creation, the wisdom of creation itself. That is a key code activator. It is necessary and needed in order for you to access your highest point of truth within these codes. So I'd like for you to take a deep breath, and on the exhale, sink further into the body. And I'm going to call in and ask, and I'm also going to declare that we are merging with our higher selves. Now, those of you that have worked with me for the past few months, you guys know how we do this. But for those that have yet to experience this, I would like for you to feel yourself. First of all, I would like for you to feel yourself connected to the higher self through the heart. I would like for you to just give yourself a moment to really feel yourself as one with the higher self. When you bring your higher self in through your channel, your higher self can be a guide, or you can merge with your higher self. We do this through the body of light. And the Merkaba is not just a vessel for travel, but it is the vessel for travel for the higher self. The body of light is the vessel of travel for all versions of you that reside within a physical density incarnation in the higher dimensions of experience. So just as you rest in your organic body, I would like for you to go ahead and see what your body of light looks like. See what shape it takes, what color. and feel yourself energetically, and the sun just boom popped out. um, I would like for you to see the infrastructure of it. See what shape it takes, see how it feels. Just really step into your extrasensory perceptions, connecting with your Merkaba, your body of light, your light body. Dorishkutai kunumaru atush urukuturukutai tu an torututu an torutu an torukutai shutututu shunanu kuyatai koto shana kuti kuyatai koti kutai daraku amo ashu nananu maku yashu nananu maku ashu daraku ashu. Now start to feel the expansion of the heart. And as the heart is beginning to open up, just imagine this as a gateway. And as it opens up, you have your body of light, your light body, your Merkaba there on the other side of the portal. So you are merged now. Your higher self at least is here and connected to you. So I would like for you to feel yourself as you step into this and through the gateway of the heart. We're not going deep into the chambers, just the initial gate. And I would like for you to see yourself stepping into your body of light. Koroki ku atai kunai kutari nanana 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 naraktai kutai kutai kutu atai katai 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 ushake umaku ashukai ashatai unai kuya. And now that you are in your body of light, we did that. I was guided to do that a little bit differently than we have before, but that felt really awesome. So now you have merged fully into your higher self. And just to give yourself a moment to feel the expansion, the joy. And you can ask your higher self, because you are your higher self, to solidify the connection. Goshatai. And you can also seal in. You can seal yourself into the body of light and do the same thing. I am complete, and so it is. And if you felt like me, if you felt that, you felt a boom, like a solidification, a tug, and do it again as above. I am complete, and so it is. And I feel that pull upwards and tingling in the crown. So now we are fully solidified, and welcome, 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 Mina. We have this connection, and we are fully ready to begin the integration with the one voice. We are going to be calling in the different frequencies that are this full access, this full accessibility. Because these are master key codes, there is some of the highest forms of energetic support, which would be Seraphim, Dragon Mothers, and then we have Isis, and of course the Hathors. Now the Isis and Hathors and Magdalena lineage, these all carry that tonality of the Dragon Mothers and of the Seraphim. And so it is necessary and needed for this incorporation, because these are all carried on the tonality of purity. So I'm going to ask each of you to take another deep breath. And as I step into my attunement of the Seraphim, my Seraphim lineage, I'm going to be working simultaneously, I can already feel it present, within the Hathor cosmic star mother lineage. So I would like for each of you to make sure that if this becomes a little bit too intense for you, just like you would turning that dial down on the heart, just allow yourself to tap down on the energy. Or if you want to go up, you can always dial it up. Remember, you are now moving in your body of light. You can adjust your calibration as you desire. And you might end up going on a journey. That's okay. I would like for you to just allow the light, allow your body of light, allow whatever aspect of yourself is present, whatever version of yourself is present. Embrace it. Allow yourself to experience this in whatever way is necessary for you. Maybe that means you don't step into it at its 100%. Maybe you don't tune into this at the 100%. Maybe you're just here to receive as much as you are able to receive. Maybe your vessel is not yet at a capacity to receive the fullness. Know that that's okay. Shanai kua, satai shukua, shakanai kaya, shakaya kaya 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 kaya. I step now into my body of light, the ray attunement of Sasha Mara. Neishu adu, karu aku, ateishu no. Hai, ku aku ashai aku, he, hai unor nai anai, hu anai asuya, he. Just attuning a little bit here. Beautiful. I'm going to ask the 7 Hathors to now join as one voice. You might feel a whoop coming together as their energy is going to form one singular pillar of light, each one working in their specific tonality and the specific ray of light. Hey kaya ko dai shuno, ma kaya ko. Tare to shunai to ku makoto rukutaya koto. Naruto to ashu a. Daish kutai. So, I'm going to invite each of you because I'm going to begin working in restructuring. Remember, a lot of this is coming within a form of rehabilitation to your own energetic grids. So we would like to remind you that as this rehabilitation is in process, that you are not only being recalibrated, you are being rehabilitated. And so we would invite you to speak light, sing light, move, do whatever feels most aligned for you. Scribe whatever feels most natural, if that is aligned for you. As we speak as the one voice of the eternal flame, we are going to call in the dragon mothers to join with us. We are going to call in Isis to join with us. And we are going to call in the Magdalena, the lineage of the Magdalene line. Day, hi, hi, no, hi, no, hi, no, kuya, kuya. And the way that this is coming through, I would like for each of you to just bear with me. The presentation of tonality is new for me. It's coming through in a slightly new attunement. So each of them can feel what I am feeling, which is, this is different. I'm a little bit uncomfortable providing this in this way. But as I am in the body of my Seraphim lineage, Sasha Mara, it is something that is natural to that attunement. But the organic version of me is like, this is uncomfortable. Hi, hi, hoya, 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 hi, hoina, hoya, yeah, yeah. Please take a deep breath. We are aligning the foundation. Using the breath of the dragon. Hoya, hoya. Okay, I would like for you to take a moment and feel yourself within this space of light. You might have noticed that there is an expansion of your aura. What has just been provided through each of these Ascended Master attunements is an availability for you to tap into a higher access point of your own body of light. And as we are working, you can think of this like energetic surgery, like we are opening, suturing, laying new foundational structures and placing these key codes on top of them. So as we move within these rays and as we provide the foundational support, we would guide each of you to allow yourself to flow into the sound, flow into the light, and allow it to take you on a journey. Shana Shakayo Keratuna Muadu Kuyasa Ikataya Kotai Shunuru Ina Kodai Shaka Ina Ishaka Ina. Inlaid within this foundation is the Shekinah codes, the foundation of the Magdalena. Turukutai Sununai Hayana Goyas Darashkutai. The vibration of the dragons. Hayayo Ho Ho. And the purification of the Seraphim with the wings of Isis, which is her ascended vibration. Because we speak as one, you will hear the different tonalities of different languages of light, each one supplying the necessary points of integration. And we would guide each of you to see where each tonality takes you in terms of your own remembrance. You are connected to each in your own unique way. Hayokote shunu sakua, shatayanai shukura shona, kote shakai, hayanai, kotai shuku, atai, shakano amaru, inako asaka, inano kayo koya, ish an aku asho, nakunana nayoma. I feel the Venezian gateway is joining. The wings of Isis are very much connected to that Venezian gateway for me. So I'm calling in that Venezian gateway, calling this down, anchoring it into the heart. So I would like for each of you to allow yourself to flow into the movement of this. Think of it as the beating heart of Gaia joined with the beating heart of the universe. It is a rhythm. And in that rhythm, I would like for you to find your song and sing your song of light. Join with us. Hiya, hiya, guru, guru, hiya, hiya, guru, guru, hiya, nana, guru, hiya, nana, guru, hi, 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 hu, na. Yeah. Now, the energetic foundation has been laying, and the 7 Hathors will speak as one. The spoken Kuranana kutai shakua shakua. Nanana kuna a shatutututu a shatatatutu a kumaku a. Greetings, greetings, beloved souls. We come to you now in harmonic resonance as one voice. We speak now the resonance, the vibration, the verbiage. Each verbiage is contained within an access, a point, a key code. Allow yourself to receive these codes without the necessary or needed breaking down of the mind. Allow the mind to take a back seat, for the mind does not need to make sense of what is spoken. Here now are the 7 codes of valor. These codes are codes of wisdom contained herein, accessible through the upper room of consciousness, accessible always through the infrastructure of your higher self. Tune now into the higher self and find your remembrance within these codes of light. Gaikum ok, gaikum ak utush katai, naru anuru ikuaku, shatai umma, uku a shuku a neyu a. Key code 1. They a Te kai anei. Ko aro to a. Tiki a ku 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 a shuku a. Ni a te ku pa ku anei. Dai ai. Ku ku a. Key code 2. Shunu no no kia tai ku 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 a tai tai ku ta tai nei ku 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 ai ka ta ai ku 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 ai ku 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 ani o no a ku a tare ku a tare ku a tare ku a tu ku a tu a shu tu a. Kiko 3. Key code 4 is heart coherence. Teish a kunu doi a no shuku de shu tu a nara tu akumatu atu anayo tu rup rup da. Kiko 4. Take a deep breath. I just felt a major opening. Hineiku. Kuteineiku. Kuteinei tu at ut at ut ai. Kuranana ai. Gududududu ai. Kut aish un ai. They ah. Kiko 5. There is a recalibration, rehabilitation happening in the heart space. If you guys begin to feel your heart palpitating in a certain way, I know that I am. It almost feels like it is being restarted. Each of these key codes are an activation point on a cellular, subatomic level. It is completely rearranging in a vibrational sequence. That is why it is offered in a way that vibrates in a specific sequence. Think of it as coding on a computer. 1 zeros, 1 zeros, 1 zeros, coding. Narakutai kututu ai ku ai tai o tai an ai da to ku a turuku a ku a tu a shandai u kai a tu u kai u kai kuredai taradai nu nurutu ai major key whew. Key code 6. Give me a moment. These are all coming in new for me. Major recalibration. Tai ku ai na ku ai kudanan no aku ai kai utush an ain u adadata adadat ai kun ai kai ut ai ku ai kuya ah. Key code 7. Take a deep breath. I don't think I started talking and I started becoming very intensely overwhelmed by the integration. I do not think I skipped. Did I skip key code 5? No. Okay. Hello, Ray. Welcome. Kura shiki atai, shaka kiki ai, shaka kiki ai. These are Blue Rose Code calibrations. De ku umaku ai. Narakutai ai mai. So I would ask the 7 Hathors to, and I would invite you to call upon the 7 Hathors and to ask them to assist you in any further integration, incorporation, recalibration, or rehabilitation. Again, remember that this is coding. These key codes are the foundation that we build upon. So that's why it sounds the way that it sounds, as it's like punching a code into a computer. But they are spoken from a tonality that activates. Sometimes, and every single time, it's going to sound exactly like it is meant to sound. So I would like for you guys to tune into your vessel now, to see what is here, to see what is present, to see what is beginning to come through for you. For me, I can feel a major calibration happening. As you guys saw, I had to pause before I even got to the crown because it was very overwhelming. And I can feel that this pressure that we've been feeling in the teeth and the jaw and the crown, that this I feel that this is going to assist with a further anchoring of energy that is going to assist in the rising above those symptoms. Now, this does not mean that those symptoms are not going to be there. It just means that the sensations should lessen once this, you can think of it as, once this is complete. You can think of it as, tuning your radio into a specific channel. If you are even half of a chant, like a half of a number off one way or a half of a number off the other way, then you're going to have some static. That static is showing you where you're needing to fine tune. And that's what is happening here. We each have these lines of energy that run through us, just like the planet. And as the planet is undergoing, we are doing planetary grid work, and as we are rehabilitating the ley lines, we also have to acclimate and attune our vessel so that we can access those same frequencies with ease and with comfort. So I do feel like this is very much happening because the next phase is we are going to be moving from this space, this vessel. These are keys that are opening up an opportunity for our vessel to travel into and through and on these golden ley lines as we go to rehabilitate soon. So your vessel is a gateway, and it's not saying that you couldn't do that without this, you guys. You can. But the intensity and the capacity and the availability, there's also more. Each of you are receiving an access. You're receiving codes. You're receiving how to best verbalize. This is a key code to your own remembrance, to your own galactic and stellar heritage. So for those of us that access the Akasha, there is certain remembrances that are within the golden Akasha. I don't know if this is a terminology that is used, but I'm that's what I'm receiving. So that's what I feel is coming through. It is to bring forth a portal for you to access your highest golden timelines so that you can begin rehabilitating your vessel in conjunction with the rehabilitation of the planet. Welcome. Oh, hey, you guys. Um, oh, that's amazing. Is that you, Greg? I'm so grateful you could make it, brother. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So just allow yourself, as we wrap this up, and allow yourself to honor all that is here. Allow yourself to further receive anything that is here, not only from your higher self, but from the Magdalena lineage, from Isis, from the Hathors, from the Dragon Mothers, and from the Seraphim. See what is here for you, and I'm going to leave that up to each of you to see what comes through. And allow yourself to just hang on. Had to remove some of the energy that was attempting to come through that was not here for their highest good or for our highest good. So just going to go ahead and take that energy, and I'm going to take the energy that was projected into this space, and I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for showing up, even though you were showing up from a space that is limited, that is judging. You are still loved. You are still loved. And I would invite you to tune into your own knowing of this and recognize that we are all magic, that we are all love, that we are all light, and allow yourself to honor that version of you that is full of love, not judgment, that is full of light, not limitation. And although there was projected energy that was not full of love, I will take that projection, will transmute it with love, and I will send it back. Dashukutia no maku aru. Darushukutia no maku aru. Darushunumaku a. Shanakia kutia sututu anuma. Ena shukuyatai. Kananumaku I. Shanakatu otu. So as we close out this transmission, I'm going to invite you to begin bringing yourself back in to the heart. Begin reconnecting with your body. And I want you to become aware that this merge with your higher self, this connection to your body of light, it does not have to be just momentary. Now, the length of time at which this can remain depends on the ability for your cells to withstand that type of frequency, that intensity of light. So I would invite you, I do this every single day, and I would invite you to do it as well. Allow yourself to step into the merging of your higher self, to acclimate your body. And this doesn't have to be fully going into 0 point, but that will help. Because 0 point is neutral, it's anti-gravity. So in that space, your cells can really, really, really take in everything without being overloaded. Speaking light, channeling light, scribing light, singing light will always assist. The more that you can use your throat chakra, or at least use your ability to express, the more that you can do that to remind your brain, to remind your central nervous system, to remind your cells, and to excite the molecular from a place of higher remembrance, the more that you will remain in that space of enlightenment. It is perfectly possible. It is perfectly possible to experience the vessel from a heightened state. You have time and you have space in this realm. I know that we think of money as the most valuable energy of exchange. Like that's what we think of. But actually time is our greatest asset in this realm. So how you incorporate time and how you choose to invest your energy. Time is energy. You have time throughout the day, all day. You can find time to access yourself in a higher space. You have time to integrate from a higher space. If you're on social media, scrolling, just looking to see what other people are saying, just so you can be seen, I think that's a big one for all of us sometimes. Pull yourself back away from the phone, pull yourself back away from social media, and tune into what's here. Because your cells, they don't remember from a place of absorbing that type of energy. They remember from a place of absorbing your own integration of energy. So, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you. I am so grateful that we had some new people here today. And for those of you that are new to this, I want you to understand that these key codes are powerful. So this today, you're very welcome. This today was the foundation. I am going to see if what follows is going to be accessible to everyone. I say this because that type of energy is handled with sovereignty. This energy comes from sovereignty. Therefore, it is accessed through sovereignty. And as you can see, there are some on here that don't tune into their sovereignty. So, oh, okay. What's up? Hey, Zed. So happy to have you here. So, if a soul is not tuning into their own sovereignty, it will be very difficult for them to even comprehend how to use this with the highest purpose. That is what is necessary and needed. Sovereignty is always the beginning place. So I will see where and how they want me to move forward, if that will be solely for those that are in both of the communities that I'm a part of, or if it will be public, I don't know. But I will always do it from the place of what is going to be for the highest good. And I want everyone to know, thank you. I was very much out of my comfort zone providing in that way. They felt it, just like you guys heard me say, that that was very different for me, very different, but it was very powerful. So Thank you. That was beautiful, Mina. Yes, yes, yes. So that cocoon, that cocoon is still with us. It is going to remain with us. But I want you guys to know that those that are going to be able to access the wisdom in these cocoons are those that are tuning into their body of light and their sovereignty. These codes are only accessed through sovereignty. They're only accessed through your highest frequency of your higher self. And if you're not really living and choosing from your highest aligned space, then you're going to feel it. Ah, yeah, I did go deep. If you felt agitated, just know that's because it's one of two things, I feel, right, specifically for you. There's either you're not living, there's a truth here of yours. Your higher self is asking you to step into a higher version of you. That's one of them. And number two, there is something here that you shielded yourself from, which means you have a deep connection into these golden timelines, and you've just shielded yourself from accessing them. I would invite you, if you are not sure of how to do that, again, I know you guys have heard me say this. I'm not saying this because of money, because I feel that's where some people are going to receive it from. These circles, this goes in hand with what I'm saying here, Zed. These circles of community, of the 4D, 5D, fourth density, fifth dimension. If you are not accessing where your higher self sees that you're ready to access from, these communities, if the communities of souls that you're interacting with is not able to support your path anymore, what you are needing energetically, what is here for you, what is here to nourish that soul self, it's available for you, but you're not choosing it. And this agitation comes from a recognition of that. These communities of what we are doing, my container, this other community that I'm a part of grid workers, Greg just joined here from that grid worker community. It doesn't matter which one you're in. Every single one is receiving, integrating, and activating from the same place of super consciousness, of crystal diamond, of the diamond helix of the heart. And Mina, I'm going to read your comment in just a second. And this is the space of New Earth. And there's all of your remembrances that you are not yet accessing. The reason why is because they're accessible through that space. And I'm going to be there's going to be some more there's already more additions to my container, but there's going to be some new branching off of that, because I know some people that start joining that have yet to really tap into their abundance in that way. When you make this commitment, as every single one in my space can tell you, the universe is going to show up to support you. That's no doubt. You are abundant energetically, but if you're not answering yourself through abundance, you don't really know what that looks like, because it's still this limited perception of how that you feel that you don't have it. Therefore, if you feel that you don't have it, you don't recognize that you actually do, which limits you from accessing that choice that is always here for you, which is, I can do it because I am abundant. And because when I choose to see myself as abundant, then the universe shows up and responds to me in abundance. But if I am splitting my vibration by saying, well, I know I'll be able to when this happens, then you're always living in a space. And this is just for whenever. I'm just saying this. It's not saying like, hey, you need to join. Just saying, it's an invitation that's here to support you. But when you're living from that space of, well, I can't now because I need to get this, you're living in a projected future that's never coming to pass, because you're living outside of the now. A projected future and a past is not the now. Energetically, that splits your vibration, which means your abundant self can't find you. When you live always in the now, you know all selves as abundant. You know yourself abundantly, even as those selves you might not want to know abundantly. The whole point is to know them, accept them, and love them. As those that are in my group can tell you, you're going to view every version of yourself. I am here to assist you in illuminating that so that you can know abundance. And I do want to make the space more accessible. I'm working on that. So if you are truly interested, please reach out. That does not mean that it will be a different price for you than it's for everyone else. If I do change that, if I do drop it a little bit, of course it will be accessible to everyone. But at $222 a month, if you can look at where you're investing your energy that is not supporting your growth, and if you can pull that energy back and allow your energy to meet you there, then you will have that energy available to invest elsewhere, because everything is energy. Everything. And the only thing that stops that energy from finding you is you. You're the only one that can stand in your own way. And because we have so many layers of this limitation that we're buried under, we don't even realize how much we stand in our own way. And so I do payment plans. I will work with you on that. If you're truly invested and wanting to come, let me know. All you gotta do is reach out and send me a message. You can make payments every week until the next month begins. You start ahead of time, you are already able to join the group. As long as you have it paid by the 16th of the following month, then you're good to go. So that's what, $70 something a week, I think. So let me know. And I know that you are I know your energy, Zed, so I welcome you. Mina, beautiful. Mina said the code for the heart was really powerful. Had an image of Jesus on the cross suddenly, and then an opening. I felt that. The Magdalene lineage, not only the Sophia, but the Shekinah coding is the access point of the Magdalena. A lot of the coding that I was speaking, or a lot of the light I was speaking, was the Shekinah coding. You're very welcome, my dear. Welcome. And the cross, the Yeshua that you experienced, Mina, was in conjunction with that feminine Christ. The feminine Christ was further activated through the each one of these energies that came through. And I feel a higher point of sovereignty. And I feel that, welcome to all those that are joining. We're wrapping up, but I would welcome you guys to, when we close this out momentarily, I would invite you to join it from the beginning. The feminine Christ was activated to a higher degree. And there's a higher point of sovereignty now, right, Mina? You said that in the heart opening. I felt that as well. And these codes, if you think of, like I said, coding on a computer, the mainframe of your entire system on a cellular level is receiving these codes. So your entire system is the higher point of sovereignty and that feminine Christ. And this has been, it's very interesting because this is a part of who I am that I've actually been shying, I haven't really shied away from, but I've shied away from bringing it public. This was something that I wasn't even going to bring public. Yes, beautiful, Mina, absolutely. And I know those of you in my soul pod carry a very similar connection, or else we would not be in a soul pod together. I did not know if hang on, let me ban these. So this was something that I knew was going to be powerful, and it's been, like I said, you guys know it's been coming through for me for a little while. I'm being asked to guide each of you in the finalizations of this when we leave. When you feel aligned to do so, call upon Sanat Kumara, Merlin. You can call upon all of the energies that were present today, and Yeshua. I'm feeling the angelic counterparts as Metatron and Michael. All those energies are very present within what was brought through today. And just see what comes through for you. And I know this went over a lot longer than what I was planning today, but I'm very grateful for that because so much more has come through post transmission. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to switch this to, because I've already posted the link in other places, I'm going to actually make this to where it's not public. I'm going to start doing that and just sharing the link in public places whenever it's time. That way we can, I'm going to go ahead and actually, as we're closing out, and I would invite each of you to do the same, to call in a shield of golden light, shield of Michael. Each of the energies that come into this space wanting to provide a distraction or wanting to provide a disruption, I want you all to, and this goes for any point in time. This is a good opportunity for us to acknowledge that. This happens on social media. This happens in day-to-day life. To just embrace those energies because they are operating from a program, and that is what they are meant to do, is just be a distraction, to be a disturbance. They don't serve another purpose in the now moment other than that. But they can if they recognize that there is something other and available for them that lies outside of the societal conditioning, where they don't have to stand out to fit in, where you can stand out by shining your light, not for the purpose of fitting in, but for actually standing out, not as a distraction, but as an illumination. So I would like for you to embrace those programs because they are there within you as well. I would like for you to embrace these programs, and I would like for you to send them forgiveness. I would like for you to send them love. And I would like for you to send them gratitude. Do you feel how the heart opens at that? And let's sheath them in a diamond white light. Tarekute shonoma oni kuis ataiku. Shato kiana. And seal it with love. Shano ono. Shakiana kotoro. Kuyasia. Ina. And then return it. Send it out to not just them, but to all other programs. And I feel this as a giant wave rippling out from the heart. Do you feel that? How it's coming back? Do you feel how that love is rippling out and how it's coming back to you? Take a deep breath and rest further into that ripple of love. You are feeling yourself sending love to the collective, and you're feeling that collective love being sent back to you. So we are going to close on that and just take your hands together at heart space, and let's bow in gratitude, giving our thanks to all that was brought forth today. Give thanks to every energy present, the Magdalena lineage, the Seraphim, the Dragon Mothers, Isis, Hathors, the 7 Hathors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning into this transmission. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for awareness. And I look forward to hearing back from those of you even more over the coming days and weeks of everything that's coming through. And if anyone is interested in joining our Soul Pod, please reach out. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram, and I will speak with you to see if that is aligned. Zed, you're welcome to reach out at any time. Thank you. Thank you so very much, and I will see you all next time. Adonai. Whoop. It's on a different side today.